Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. Let's hop back into this level. Uh, I cannot so far find this character. There's one of three locations that we know of uh, in this level that it has to be, but it doesn't particularly actually have to be there. I mean, I suppose it could be anywhere. Uh, so let's just go ahead and skip. I suppose, like, it could be that the the person is hidden somewhere. So let's just look at them all again. There's three locations we know of, and anywhere I land, that's pretty much where I have to stay, because there's only 30 seconds. Ooh. And I don't really have time to mess around. And let's see, of the characters, there's like 1 second right there. So we've run around that area. That pretty much tells us it's not, the character's not there. Who are we even looking for? It's like I can rush. So that's location 1. We just passed location 2. And if I go too far this way, we get blown up. And there's not like some secret Oh my goodness, there is a secret thing. So where are you? Where are you? There he is. There he is. Finally. Oh. Ah. Well, there she is. I think she's a female. I don't even know. Well, we found it. Whatever it is. Should I just call everything in it in the Star Wars universe? So how can we ensure that that happens again? I guess you have to go back and behind this. Maybe I could have gone behind it the other direction, behind the ship. And now I've just got to find the right one to land on, and I did land on the right one. So really not surprising that I couldn't find the person. The entire landing spot was hidden. And see, I would love to see a story that explained the species. I guess that, oh look, we've crashed the spinning gold brick again. So it seems like after a while the game just cannot do the spinning gold brick anymore at the end, and it just stops. And it's really strange that a feature, just a simple animation feature in the game, would crash and yet the rest of the game still runs. But honestly, I think this game is such a patchwork of things that I think there are two ways in which lots of things work in this game. And LEGO games in general. I think there's the enhanced graphics way where it tries to make everything look good, and then there's the lesser graphics way where it decides, oh well, this PC or this 3DS or this Xbox that it's running on, who knows, it says, well, it's not powerful enough to do this. And instead of that being like a consistent custom configuration script or something, it turns into, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and just skip to this, and this is probably wrong if I was to guess, but we'll work through here. Nope, I found it. He's down here, so just got lucky there. Didn't know that's where he was at all, but I figured he was either going to be the one furthest away from me, or he was going to be at the very top, and I was going to have to fly through one of the level changers that are in the flying levels that put you from like floor 1 to floor 2. It's a terrible system, but and it certainly doesn't feel like you're flying around in a 3D world. Now this character we're not going to be able to do, so we'll have to skip that one, but that's fine. Let's see, Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano. Sounds Japanese. It seems like all the aliens' names are sort of Japanese, which, you know what? I'm not really surprised, because if the Clone Wars was a cartoon, it's probably heavily influenced, or at least partially influenced, by anime, and if you're going to have that influence, why not take a Japanese name? Now that also might be my perception, because Ahsoka Tano might also be a very good Filipino or Vietnamese or Korean name too. It might even be some Middle Eastern name. Let's see, so I'm walking further to the wrong direction. She's right there. Well, this is gonna be quite easy. Just jump up here. There is also something to be said that the two main female leads have Japanese name, and also by default, at least in this game, are sort of the least clothed characters in the entire series. We should look at the characters and just see if that's really the case, or if that again is my perception. Because like this lady, full vest and shirt. If we look here, like Padme is fully clothed, but Ahsoka isn't. There is a clone trooper that is missing a shirt as a joke, and I think everybody else is pretty much fully clothed except for the robots. Oh yeah, these filthy robots are running around naked completely. Let's do Kit Fisto, which, if you want to talk about a terrible name, Kit Fisto is you know, this has got to be, when they were writing that name, it was going to be kid fighting or something, and something like that, and they said, well, that's too on the nose, we'll change it a little bit. Like Han Solo, actually very, very obviously, when you think about it, a dirty joke. It is. His name, when written down, was Hand Solo, and clearly that is the case, because they were planning even at the beginning. Did I do a level like this? I don't recall ever seeing a level like this. Yeah, we did. This is the undead characters. Man, it's been a while. this level in particular was takes place after you do a real-time strategy level, so and this is where you fight what's his name? Let's go this direction. So yeah, you'll actually see quite a few dirty jokes and things happening. So we now know that there's a secret area over here, but honestly, doing these bounty hunter missions to find secret areas isn't really that helpful after you have the mini kit detector, because the mini kit detector will also point you in that direction. Let's see. Like Luke Skywalker is probably not a dirty joke. It's just kind of a bad name. In fact, all the Star Wars names, if I'm going to really start to think about it, I'm going to find out they're all pretty bad. C3PO. Is it? Yeah, that's probably not anything. R2D2. Like, I could make that into a dirty joke with those two, but I bet there wasn't anything there. Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi sounds like some kind of food. Obi-Wan just sounds like a Chinese name. Let's see. Yoda is actually quite a unique name. It's simplistic and it doesn't have any kind of connotation to me at all. So I would say that's a good name. Jar Jar Binks. Pretty bad name. But the repetition actually does... Let's see, am I looking for one of these guys? Let's see, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. See, do any of my characters have the ability to control other people? No. So I build this, and it's given me more time than normal. Am I supposed to... Maybe I can sniper these guys? No, I can't. And see, even if I could blow up these things, that wouldn't help. So there's gotta be a guy that's hiding somewhere in this area. And that's what this is telling me. Is that there is a guy hiding somewhere in this area. Well, I've been right next to this guy. I've been right next to this guy. I've been right next to this guy. And... like, that's not gonna work. Princess Leia. Yeah, Princess Leia in itself is not a great name. Maybe a dirty joke in that. I guess the point to realize here is that writers think they're smart and think they're funny, and so they'll make some bad names. And finding and creating names is a difficult process in itself. Like, I don't think I can get high enough to throw a... I don't know. Where is it? Hmm. And I can't... Like, I can't hit Y and switch into this character. And he's not just, like, up front here. This is a peculiar little instance. Like, we can't be missing it. Like, we've got all these things over here we're trying to hit. 7 seconds. And the game tells me it's right in that area. And of course, it's not just a Star Wars movie. Let's think about some Star Trek names. Worf, awful name. It's just Wolf. It's just a dog reference, which is all he was as a character, at least originally. Like, am I supposed to blow something up over here? Data is so on the nose, it's ridiculous. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, actually pretty good name, I think, because it's not like that is an unrealistic name. What is it? Riker, not a bad name. Maybe a Rikers Island reference. Let's see. And the game is lagging up. Can I shoot really fast with any of the characters? The fastest character I can shoot with is him. And I don't think so. Can I hit this? And see, the weird thing is, he seems to move. And I don't know. I just don't know. And this is the second time this has happened, and this did not happen. I just breezed through these in Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 Complete Saga. And I assume, since there was only about 12 of those in there, that they either took out some bad ones, or Lego Star Wars 1 originally didn't have the bounty hunter missions at all. So let's try every character and see if we can target anything. And there's no... Yes, there maybe there's a area I'm missing. Some kind of cave or something. seems like there's some Lego pieces. Could those Lego pieces mean something? Do I have to break every single plant in this area? What am I missing? What am I missing? Alright. Let's say we thought it was here. So we throw this, and we blow up those two pieces. Can we get any further? Well, we can blow up that. Is there anything else to lock onto? Well, that. And maybe that's it. Maybe I do this and blow up that, and that was the whole trick. And there he is. Oh wow, what a trick. What a trick. That was way too difficult. Way too difficult. Major difficulty spike there. And our gold brick is broken and not spinning. Whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. At some point I will finally decide to call it a day and close out of this program. Here's hoping Commander Cody is a lot easier. Let's see. I was thinking of Star Trek characters' names. Let's see. Wesley Crusher. Wesley Crusher being Dr. Crusher's name. Clearly Dr. Crusher. The name Crusher is just because Jean-Luc Picard was supposed to have a crush on her, at least in his youth. Who is the psychic name character? And Guinan. Guinan is a cool name. It probably is just a changing of Gemini, which would make sense if you were going to call a character like that. I would say people writing stories need to have like well, they didn't have the internet back then, so I imagine it's really easy these days to just look up most popular names during a certain year, and just like whatever age the character you want the character to, just go through a list there and just pick the most popular names, and you can pretty much guarantee a victory or a decent average name there. And you know, I bet you could go online and say like the most popular names in most popular countries, and you could just throw a dart at a map if you really want to do that. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Now, if you want to make up names, that's a little bit more difficult, because then you have to, if you want it to be natural, you have to kind of think about how this language, how a new language would develop, and what sounds would actually be made, and you're probably going to spend more effort on it than it's worth. Oops, skip that one. It's always the same intro anyways. So we'll... Sorry for that, but let's just save ourselves some time. To... This is just going to be a mad rush, I'm pretty sure, to the end. Yeah. Here he is. So, there's this kind of dinosaur species that shows up in Doctor Who, and they have an interesting language that actually, to me, sounds like it might be an actual language that somebody created, where they make everything. It's kind of Germanic in that it seems like it's a long language where you can just add to words, and it's always like two letter words, so it's like so, co, ro, lo, and it probably has more vowels than just o, but seems like maybe it doesn't even. So and that sounds like a language that would have been created by like a committee or something, which is very possible, but not as frequent as you would think, because I think South Korean, as far as the language is created that way, but all other languages kind of all come from different roots, of either a Latin root or a Greek root, and almost certainly the original languages that the modern languages come from were thought up by a committee, or perhaps a king or something like that. Let's see. Let's break this. Over the hundreds of years, those languages have evolved more. Come on, you're gonna open. And as the languages evolved, they simply stopped being. Well, this is the end of the line for me. I messed up here. They tricked me. So we'll have to start again. But honestly, you could probably just give. I think in most sci-fi situations, you can just give them English names and don't bother changing the language at all, or not. Whatever language your show is, your series, your TV, your movie is in, just translate it to the thing. In the old days, when people had more time, getting obsessed with speaking Elvish and learning to speak Klingon and all of that was something that was done. But frankly, people have better things to do with their time these days, and it's easier just to make it more accessible for the common people, the common man. Here, I bet it's over here. Yes, it is. Alright. I ran out of time, but I think I know where it is. So, like, I guess a good example of that might be Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a more modern thing, and they had that partial tongue thing that showed up where Harry Potter could speak to snakes. But to my knowledge, at least, nobody actually bothered to try to learn that or make an actual language of that. Where, in comparison, a few decades earlier, you did have Lord of the Rings and Elvish, and Dinotopia was a book series, and it certainly had its share of things too. There we go. So we found her, and that character is weird because all dressed in black, looks like a bad character, a bad guy, and it's actually a good girl or good character. I don't know, but the problem with Star Wars in particular is you very clearly in the Star Wars universe have all the Jedi dressed in white light colors and all the Sith in dark black colors or red colors, and even in the Episode 7 Force Awakens, that is very much still the case. So when you put one character that seems the opposite, it stands out like a sore thumb, and that it just doesn't work for the established universe. And also, not very many traitors or deception or spying going on in the Star Wars universe. It's a pretty simplistic story, considering it involves an entire civil war, effectively, or rebellion, whichever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and skip. So I have one more character to find, and he's, I bet, in the coffee machine, because this is the guy that was obsessed with coffee. So, is he over here? No, I'm getting further away from him. Is he under the platform here? Is he out in space? Is he hiding behind something? It says he's right here. Oh, and I've got like 2 minutes to find him? That seems like a pretty large amount. And I can't run through this. And that's a gold thing. He must be up above. No, I don't see anything. Oh, look, this thing is breaking. The window's breaking. And we found him. He was hiding in a compartment. And it seems like we found a secret there too. Alright. So that does it for all of these, except for this character. Where we are right now is, as far as systems, is Coruscant. So we need a bonus level to be unlocked in Coruscant, and I'm hoping that I can do that just by running out to this. It is also time to finally turn on all of our items again. And let's see. So what I'm trying to see is if there's something I need to hit, or if the gold brick is just out there already. We've got a lot of these guys running around. And we've got a lot of other things. See, that might be the gold brick right there. For because I'm hitting that a lot and nothing's happening. So I think we're good. I think it's already, like, also that's the only thing I'm locking on to. And there's nothing else here. Also, we may notice we're at 9 million. How long would it take me to sit here and get up to 10 million? Well, more than I would like. That's definitely the case. So, I think we're set good. Next recording, we take on this. We take on the 2 ship battle things. That's what they're called. Yeah, right. Ship battle things. Let's use better words. Let's see. Are there any new vehicles to unlock? No, these are going to be in free play mode, apparently. That we'll find those. So we're going to want to purchase this vehicle. Let's go ahead and do it. And how many vehicles does that leave us with? Seems like just a couple. So, and what was this? We're going to want a rapid fire vehicle. Oh, that is a rapid fire vehicle. So we're good. We'll take it. And then we still need to do some cleanup work after we do the ship battles. The 2 outside space battles, and then we'll be back on track, hopefully. I've been saying that for probably an hour and a half now of footage, just trying to get back on track, and the game is just taking forever. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Oh yeah, and I just bought this ship, and now I'm 500,000 less than I was. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.